Hi everyone, it's Taylor. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back to my channel. Before I jump into today's topic, I just want to preface it by saying I fully 100% respect trauma survivors out there. Before I retired in 2019, I was a trauma recovery specialist. I identified as a trauma survivor in my TEDx talk in 2014, and my doctoral dissertation was also on child sexual abuse. So I'm fully informed and aware and supportive, empathetic for trauma survivors' experience out there. And I encourage all of you to come out and tell your story if you want to, but definitely to get the support and the help that you need. Now, what I'm talking to you about today, though, is a little bit different. And excuse me if I get a little emphatic. I am very passionate about this topic. And it offends me that there are people out there that aren't trauma survivors, but they're using this language against people inaccurately, basically. When we talk about abusers or narcissists or gaslighting or anything of the sort, basically what you're doing to normal people, you're desensitizing the subject matter. So if you're using clinical terminology to apply defensiveness to normal adult situations, you're really doing nobody a service, right? As adults, we need to be able to have healthy conflict, healthy confrontation, healthy disagreement and discourse. Now, I think it's pretty clear that right now we're struggling as a global community to have that type of diversity of thought and conversation, but on a one-to-one level, it's really deteriorating. Like our ability to have some kind of respectful discourse is just reaching zero. And what I'm seeing is that there are these people who love to point the finger and accuse other people who maybe they disagree with or who disagree with them of being abusive. And they may have unresolved trauma themselves, or they may not. They may just be influenced by this discourse and narrative that they're hearing out there in the world that's propagating this toxic traumatology and excusing their behavior. But if someone does have unresolved trauma, it's really important for them to realize that it's their responsibility to take care of their boundaries. And they're going to have to learn how to have healthy confrontation, uncomfortable conversations, to receive criticism well enough, and to be able to have those and navigate those adult relationships that are going to require problem-solving skills and conflict resolution skills effectively. Now, those people that they may be feeling hurt by, they haven't hurt them, right? They didn't cross their boundaries. They didn't violate anything. They just disliked them. They rejected them. They disapprove of what they're doing. They could even have been argumentative with them, but that doesn't mean it's an injury. And so to use that type of language in those situations it's dangerous, really. We need to be clear about what is healthy and what is not healthy. And a lot of people are really emphasizing this positivity, and I hate to use the word toxic positivity or toxic victimology, but really humanity is a spectrum, right? We need to take the good with the bad. We need to understand when negative emotions are effective and useful. So we can't avoid all of the negative stuff, like conflict. We have to be able to navigate it effectively. It can't be the end of the world every time something is uncomfortable. That's a very juvenile way to interact out there in the world or with people. And usually it's because you've experienced some kind of insecure attachment or some kind of unstable person during your childhood, and you've never quite established that secure base or a healthy, integrated self-identity in order to then navigate healthy adult relationships from. And so when you do encounter this type of person, do be mindful of that. You can only honor your own boundaries. You can only be kind and considerate and do your best, right? But you can't expect to fix them and you can't expect to defend yourself against that type of persona. So for the most part, you really need to stay clear of it. It's a very litigious world that we live in, even if figuratively people are going to be canceling and doxing and accusing you of all sorts of stuff. And so just be very careful, be very mindful and tread lightly. But I did just want to put it out there. It was something that was on my mind and I'd love to hear what you think. So if you've encountered any kind of heightened victimology or unresolved trauma in people that you know online or in real life, or what your thoughts are on it in general, put them below in the comments and let's talk some more. And please give this video a thumbs up because it will help, and I appreciate your support, and I will talk to you soon. Ciao!